out of all the research areas that Lady Cathy Wood focuses on, she, her, based on her opinion, the genomics revolution, which is biotechnology, which is like gene editing and stuff to do with our with the medical industry, pharmaceutical industry, basically. She's most excited about that. She thinks the most scope for progress and more than that, impact on the common citizen's life will happen from that trend. Because, for example, you know how we do blood tests? There's gonna be like when you go for a routine checkup, one of the other tests which look like blood tests is gonna be like a sequencing of your genes. So then we can, based on what they read, they know how genetic disease affects you. So basically, like, what are the chances? Like, how, if you're gonna get cancer, how is it gonna happen? All before the symptoms show up, and it's gonna be just another basic test. And based on that thought, I would think that it should greatly help the coronavirus situation, because that is again nothing
Yeah.
but
Do you know if there's any estimates on when this is gonna become widespread?
what?
The gene sequencing.
Yeah.
and
So
forth?
like I said, it's so her firm, their core principle or like core philosophy or whatever, or the core philosophy which they base their research on is called um, Murphy's law, some law, okay. And basically what it states is, it's the so there's, just going a bit behind first, there's the Moore's law, right, which says every 18 months, around 18 months, the processing power of a computer, it doubles, essentially doubles. And so that's an upward trend, and the processing power upward trend. And this law is based on the price of technologies based on Moore's law, or not based on it, but they have a association, because the more you can do, the more power you have. Essentially, it usually correlates with prices dropping, because it democratizes everything. Like the whole supply chain gets more efficient. We get when essentially you can think about it like when we get better at stuff, it naturally reduces prices.
Right.
So according to that rationale, their estimates for a gene, because the starting part is just reading a gene, because without reading a gene you don't have any data to work with. So to read a gene, she's saying by 2024 it'll be $200, which is a lot less than upwards of $1 billion and much more affordable to the like for us.
Is, sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, no.
$200 is, I mean, for the information that they're promising.
Look at the
that's
quality.
That's very obtainable. I mean, I'm not saying that everybody's gonna be able to get it, but it's definitely something worth splurging on.
I would not even I would even consider the word splurge as appropriate. Like I would see that as a core expense. Like that's a necessity in my eyes, at least. Like it's not something you do if you have the money. You make sure that is a priority. Because dude, you're essentially reading your genes and you're being able to. It could potentially like give you 10 to 20 more years. And what, $200 is not worth 10, 20 of your more years.
I 100%. I'm just thinking about it from the point of view of, say, somebody that makes minimum wage. And
no, that's what I'm saying. Like they have to, like obviously people.
Culturally, it's gonna just have to. It's gonna become something that culturally it's somewhat compulsory for everybody, because who doesn't want to live for long?
And dude, it's gonna affect insurance. Like your health insurance premium, if you don't do it, will go through the roof, because they will demand the data, because their business is all about risk, and the only way you can measure risk is more data.
With this information, now I'm thinking about it, how would health insurance even look like? Because if you know what you're prone to get, then either they can just quote you right there how much they're going to charge you to treat it as it comes, or I mean, I don't know how the treatment's going to look like for whatever, but just for sake of simplicity, they're gonna charge you in installments for what's gonna come, and they're gonna treat you when it comes, or they're just gonna go out of business and it's gonna be a completely different model.
No, why? Wait, I'm not sure I understand your doubt, because
Because I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but at that point, insurance implies that if something were to happen,
yeah.
then you're covered. But
Yeah.
with this, you know what's gonna happen.
No, yeah, but no. Okay, I think I get it. So when you do your gene editing, gene sequencing,
Yeah.
you take measures to counter that, and that changes the whole future.
Okay.
You're literally changing your future,
Okay.
and then that's why it's gonna be routine. It's not like a one-time thing.
Okay. I see.
So based on the data, like I go test my genome, and based on that data, the health insurance, if I'm all good, I'll have a lower premium. If there's something to worry about, I'll have a higher premium.
That makes sense.
And then if I have something potentially wrong, I'll have a higher premium, but also I will do what the doctor recommends. And then next time if everything works out, the danger will be less, like
Okay. So
less danger,
Okay.
and that would reduce my